Okay, good morning. Namaste to all of you. Today I am here again teach you the account subject, and I want to welcome all of you to this Gangotri EBS online class. And our school has been providing you the various videos by providing you the various videos, and you can see the videos and learn the various subjects like English, Math, Nepali, Science, and the account subject as well. And now today's our topic is final account. So this topic or this chapter is helpful for the student of class 9, 10, 11 and 12 as well. So first our topic is final account, and it is called Antim Khata in Nepali. Why it is called Antim Khata or why it is called final account? Means those accounts which are prepared at the end of the fiscal year, it is called final account. So here is the definition. The final accounts are the statement prepared at the end of the accounting period to ascertain the operating result and the financial position of the business firm at the particular date. Means those statements which are prepared by the business organization at the end of the accounting period, or we can say fiscal year, to know the financial position as well as the operating result of the business organization is known as final account. Operating result means here profitability, means net profit or net plus of the business, and the financial position means the position of the asset, capital and the liabilities. That is called the financial position. So in this way, final account in short you can say the statement which are prepared by the organization to know about the profitability and the financial position is known as final account. And it has three parts. Means it consists the three elements, that is the trading account, profit and loss account and the balance sheet. And so when you prepare the these parts, means when you prepare the trading account, profit loss account and the balance sheet, then we know the net profit and net loss as well as we know the financial position of the organizations. Now the next our topic is trading account. So trading account is the first step of the final account, which is prepared at the end of the accounting period to determine the gross profit or the gross loss of the business firm at the particular date. Means here we prepare the trading account to know the gross profit or gross loss of the business organizations. For that, it is the first steps of the final account. So it shows all the direct expenses in debit side and all the direct expenses in the credit side. Means when we posted in the trading account, all the direct expenses are recorded in the debit side and all the direct incomes are recorded in the credit side. And that is, if the debit side is higher than the credit side, then the result is termed as gross loss. So when you are preparing the trading account, if the debit side is higher than the credit side, then the result that we get is gross loss. And if the credit side means if the income side is higher than the debit side, then the result is we get that is gross profit. Now the next topic is direct expenses. So what do you mean by direct expenses? All the expenses which are related to manufacturing, or can say production expenses, purchase related expenses, factory expenses are known as direct expenses. Means those expenses which took place in manufacturing, production, that purchase and factory are called the direct expenses. Like for example, for purchase expenses, custom duty, import and other carriage, ways, royalty, auctree, all these are some example of the direct expenses. So if we know the direct expenses, then only we can prepare the trading account, because all the direct expenses are recorded in debit side and all the direct income are recorded in credit side. So direct income means the sales. So when you sell the goods, the amount we get, that is called direct income, and direct income is recorded in the credit side. So here is the format of the trading account. So you can see the specimens. So first of all, yeah, in debit side, so we remember the papa. Means if you forget the format of this trading account, then you can remember the papa. Papa means P, particular amount, that is called PAPA, papa. So if you remember the papa, then you can prepare the format of the trading account. In debit side, all the direct expenses are recorded. In credit side, all the direct income are recorded. So here, first of all, we recorded the opening stock. So what do you mean by the opening stock? So those goods which are remain unsold at the end of the previous fiscal year and browse their goods in current fiscal year, means current year, is known as opening stock. And there is a purchase expenses. So if there is a purchase return, or we can say return outward, then that is deducted from the purchase. Means purchase we write here the purchase amount. If the purchase amount is 1 lakh and there is a purchase return 10,000, so we deduct that amount from the purchase and write the amount here. So and the direct expenses, carriage. Carriage means the transportation expenses. When we purchase the goods, at that time some transportation expenses took place. So that transportation expense is called carriage. That is custom duty. Means when we import the goods from the foreign country, at that time we pay the tax to the government. That is called in Nepali Bhansar Shulka. So custom duty is also our purchase related expenses. So it comes in the direct expenses. So it is debited in the trading account. Octroi charge. So here octroi means those charges which are taken by the local authorities like the municipalities. Those charges which are taken by the local authorities like municipality, such are called octroi charges. In Nepali it is called chungi kar. यसलाई चाहिँ नेपालीमा चुंगी कर भनिन्छ. Others to factory rent insurance means other factory rent, factory insurance, factory lighting, heating. So all expenses related to the factory. So that is also comes in the debit side of the trading account. And there is coal and gas, that is also factory expenses. Now in the debit side, these are the items comes, and in credit side, first of all we write here sales. Means sales is our direct income, and after if there is a sales return, then we deduct that amount from the sales. And sometimes in place of that sales return, there is also return inward. So if there is a return inward, then we deduct the amount from the sales. It means sales return and the return inward means the same thing. So we deduct the sales return from the sales. And closing stock. So we write here closing stock. Closing stock is also called the direct income because those goods which are remain unsold at the end of the current year, that is called closing stock. So that is also one of the direct income for the organization, for the business organization. So it is also recorded in the income side. So now if the debit side is higher than the credit side, then we get the result, that is gross loss, if any is given here, if there is a gross loss. And if the credit side is higher than the debit side, then we get the result gross profit. So there is maybe chance of both gross profit or gross loss, but only one. If there may be gross profit or the gross loss. Now here is an example. For example, I have given one question. So prepare a trading account of SK company for the year ending 1st December 2019. So he is given some items that opening stocks, purchase returns, octroi, sales returns, factory rent, purchase, wage, sales, closing stocks, and the carriage. So these are the some direct income and the direct expenses. And now you have to prepare these questions in your copy also, or we can prepare this in your by seeing that format. You can prepare in your copy also. So I have done here. For example, we write here trading account of SK company. The company name is given here. For the and the next is the for the year ended for 31st December 2019. And now in debit side, I have written here all the directions. So first of all, we are according to that example, or we can say specimen. First of all, we write to opening stock, that is the amount is given here 50,000. So to purchase amount, purchase return is given here, so we deduct that amount here, the 95,000. To wage, to work charges, to factory rent, to carriage, and in this side, in credit side, by sales, amount is given here 2 lakhs, and there is a sales return, so that amount is deducted, so we get the 1,90,000 and by closing stock. So in this way, you can prepare the trading account in your copy, and that is I have taught here one of the example of trading account. So here we get now the 2 gross profit. Why? Because here credit side is higher than the debit side. So when the debit side is higher, then we get the result, that is gross loss. And if the debit side is higher, then we get the gross loss. And if credit side is higher than the debit side, then we get the gross profit. So why? Now the question is why the trading account is prepared. Trading account is prepared to know the gross profit or gross loss of the business organization, to make the various future plans and policies, to provide the information about the purchase and the sales. So for some reasons, trading account is prepared by the business organizations. Now the next topic is our profit and loss account. So now the question arises, what do you mean by profit and loss account? Profit and loss account is the second step of the final account, which is prepared to determine the net profit or net loss of the business organization. For knowing the result of the business, we have to prepare the profit and loss account. So it is the second step of the final account. So by preparing the profit and loss account, we get the actual performance of the business organizations. Means we get the actual information about the net profit or net loss of the business organization. So all the indirect expenses and losses are shown in the debit side, and all the indirect incomes are posted in the credit side. So in trading account, we only keep the record of the direct expenses and losses in debit side and direct income in credit side. But here in profit and loss account, all the indirect expenses and the losses are recorded in the debit side, whereas all the indirect income and the profit are recorded in the credit side. The result obtained from this account is net profit or net loss. So by preparation of the profit and loss account, we get the result about the net profit or the net loss. Now the question arises, what do you mean by the indirect expenses? In trading account, we have discussed about the direct expenses, but here in PL account, means profit and loss account, we discussed about the indirect expenses. Means those expenses which are related to office and administrative, selling and distributions, business operating expenses, others financial expenses are called the indirect expenses. Means there are 2 types of expenses. One is direct expenses and there is indirect expenses. And for example, I have given some example here: salary, rent, printing and stationery, communication, interest, depreciations, bad debt, all are the example of the indirect expenses. Means those expenses which took place in office administrative, selling and distribution, and other financial expenses are called indirect expenses. So the question arises now next, what do you mean by the indirect income? Means all the income of the business firm except the sales revenue. Means except the sales, all the income earned by the business organization, that income are called indirect income. For example, when you receive the discount, that is also our indirect income. When you receive the rent, salary, commission, all these are the indirect income. Now the next, here is the specimens of the profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. Now, yes. Now this is the specimen of the profit and loss account. So if when you prepare the trading account, if we get the gross profit, then that is recorded in the credit side. If we get the result of gross loss, then that is that we recorded in the debit side. So gross loss in debit side, gross profit in credit side. And the salary, that is also indirect expense because it is the administrative expense, office administrative expense. Rent, that is also the office administrative expense. Printing and stationery, postage and telegram, communication charges, insurance premium, legal charges, audit fee, bank charges, interest on loan, depreciation, carriage on sales, loss on sale of fixed asset. All these are the indirect expenses that may took place in office administrative or the selling and distribution or other financial expenses. And in credit side, all the indirect income are recorded in credit side, like the rent receipt, interest receipt, dividend receipt, discount receipt, income from investment, bad debt recovered, gain on sale of fixed asset, sale of scrap. All these are the example of indirect income. So here is a carriage on sales, means carriage. So sometimes transportation may charge over purchasing the goods also, that is called direct expenses that recorded in trading account. And sometimes transportation charges may take place in selling the goods also. So that is called indirect expenses. So it is recorded in the profit and loss account. So now in this way you know about the profit and loss account. So now the question arises, why the profit and the loss account is prepared? So the main objective of preparing the profit and loss account is to know the net profit and net loss of the business organization. Means that is called the operating result of the business organization. Whether our business organization is progressing or suffering from the loss. So to know these results, we prepare the profit and loss account. Now, next. So here is one of the questions for you to prepare the profit and loss account. Calculate the net profit or net loss from the following information of Ram and Sons Company from the fiscal year ended 31st Asar 2006. So here I have given some items, some expenses or some income or some profit. So with the help of this income and expenses, you can prepare the profit and loss account. So this is your homework for you. So you can prepare it in your copy. And tomorrow again we will discuss the end of that part or the last step of the final account, that is called balance sheet. So for today this was only, and I hope you will learn many things from today's class. So thank you very much.